go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, coach, talk that, talk that, talk that, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just making sure the gang come through.
Hey, what is going on, everybody? What is up? This is Real Time with Prince Blue. I am Prince Blue. This is episode 101. Yes, 101. We had our phenomenal 100th episode 2 weeks ago, and the reviews were great. The views were great. Everybody came out and showed me love. That was actually my highest rated um episode. I guess I could say everybody showed up for me live. I appreciate you so much. I often struggle with, is it better if people see you live or the views after? I want to say is I gotta honestly admit, I think it's live, because think about it, think about how much people have going on. You have work, you have kids, you have school, you have whatever it is that you got going on, and your time is valuable. So to sit and watch somebody live versus saying, you know what, I'll just catch it, I'll just catch it later. That means a lot. And I want to thank everybody that does that. The live views are great. I appreciate y'all spending time with me. And when it's live, you get to interact with me and you get to see in real time exactly what the hell was I thinking and what I was talking about and why did I go there, and that's so great. But I thank you all. Thank you everybody for joining me. I hope everybody's doing good. And yes, you did not read the title of this episode of wrong. The title is Are You Stupid? Are you stupid or something? Because I mean, sometimes I ask that when I'm like out and about and I'm listening to people talk, or I'm seeing conversations, or I'm just watching stuff on TV. And sometimes you got to ask people, are you stupid or something? So that's what this episode is about. I'm going to get right into it because we got a packed episode and I don't want to feel rushed, and I want y'all to get, the full real time experience. So let's start with, no, seriously, are you stupid or something? First of all, I know it's, people make fun of people when they like read off their notes and stuff like that. Cardi B, whatever. But let me tell you something. Most of your famous people, they're reading off of they're reading a monologue. So that's what I'm doing. I write my own monologues. So y'all gonna get these monologues. So with that being said, no, seriously, are you stupid or something? I have to ask that because the shit I see and hear people say has me worried that people are waking up dumber than ever or just walking around undiagnosed. Now, speaking for myself, as y'all know, full disclosure, I myself have a bipolar and major depressive disorder. But some of you people are complete noodles. I feel like I can say that because I'm in the club, so I could talk about other people that are in the club. And it's 90% emotional and 10%. Some of y'all just your emotional level is low, and sometimes that coincides with just basic intelligence. I'm just gonna call it the way it is, because emotions is a part of intelligence. That's why you ever see a lot of your most brilliant minds, they have like no like awareness, because they're so far beyond academically and just seeing things differently that they can't understand that, yeah, no, you're not supposed to walk across a busy highway. So with that said, let's start with our first segment. What y'all mad about now? I started this segment last week. I premiered it during the 100th episode. So the new segment is what y'all mad about now. That's pretty much where I take something that's happened recently that everybody seems to be up in arms with, and then I put my spin on it. But this one is, what am I mad about also? Because first, let me play this video where Alan West, a man of otherworldly accomplishment, one of the most brilliant military and political minds of this generation, was relegated to his skin color by a college student. Take a listen.
Do you identify as black? No, it's a serious question because you might not identify. Can you please put the mic? Thank you. Okay.
When I
Less
walked
than
into
that.
when
I'm
I
not done
walked
with my
into the
question.
room,
I
when I
am
walked
not
into the
done
room,
with my question.
hey, young lady,
I'm just asking you to listen to me while I can ask my
I'm
question.
about to answer your
Okay,
first
but
question.
I didn't finish my question.
Okay. Yeah, I'm black.
Now I'm gonna pause it right there. Um, Alan West. That was Alan West. Let me read you Alan West's bio real quick. I got a couple things up here where I just want y'all to see what Alan West is working with here. This is who that young lady thought she was quote unquote talking to and asking him and questioning his blackness. Alan West, a former retired lieutenant colonel, is a Christian constitutional conservative combat veteran and former member of U.S. Congress. Okay. West was commissioned ROTC in the University of Tennessee, second lieutenant. He served in plenty of wars. He's led over many battalions. And also, y'all would like to also know this. He also introduced 7 major pieces of legislation that was original sponsor of HR 1246, which reduces the cost of the Department of Defense, which was passed unanimously by y'all black Jesus, Barack Obama. So I felt like I needed to throw that there. Since you question his blackness, he dealt with the ultimate of blackness in our community, which is the Barack Obama. So let's first start with why would you have the opportunity to talk to one of the most brilliant political minds and the most brilliant military minds of this generation, and your first question to him was, do you identify as black? What is wrong with that? This is why I yell at people when they say, and I'm gonna get into it later about the Department of Education and poor people won't get a chance to go to college and stuff like that. Good. You don't need college right now because you just saw what college is doing to our kids' minds, to the future minds of America, the future minds of the world. She asked that man, "Do you identify as black?" And then proceeded to be rude to him and not let him answer the question. Now, shout out to Representative Allen West, because me personally, she would have got cussed the fuck out because I'm to the point where it's this thing to where you think that black Republicans or black conservatives, we're supposed to be super docile and always turn the other cheek and all that stuff. No, you're not going to disrespect me and then expect for us to have a dialogue. Energy is to be matched. I don't understand this whole thing about labels and identifying and all this stuff. I identify as Prince Blue. Now, your identifiers of me when I walk in a room may be, oh, he's black, he's thick, he has a beard. Those are your identifiers. My identifiers is I am Prince Blue. Now, do you want to know more about me? Because I can list 100 things, and I promise you, black will come up last. It will be like next to last. These identifiers is not a us problem, it's a you problem. You want to identify us as something so you could then proceed with whatever it is that you want to do. So what if Alan West would have said, I identify as white? Would have all your notes been for now, your whole soliloquy, whatever it is whatever got you moment you thought you was gonna have it for Alan West? Did you think that it was gonna work then? What did you think was gonna happen then? Like this is just it's getting so frustrating. It's been frustrating, but it's getting to the point to where you just gotta curse these people out. I mean, have fun with it. Just be as reckless as you can. They get to be reckless, and we got to sit up there and call you young lady and say ma'am, and at that point you're not acting like a young lady anymore. I'm going to treat you the way you act. That whole kill you with kindness era is over. Because it doesn't work for the clinically insane. It doesn't work. It doesn't work for you people that are so emotional that you can't have a conversation. And guess what? I'm okay if you don't want to have a conversation. Guess what? I don't want to fucking talk to you either. The fuck? I never understood the people that say, yes, I want to go in here and I want to create dialogue. Yeah, because I want to be, I want to make change. It takes two people to change. You ain't gonna be throwing no fucking stones at me, and then I lay out my hand and I'll be like, after the 800 stone, I'll be like, are you done? Are you ready for a change? No, I'm bringing a bazooka because you done showed me you're incapable of change. It doesn't take 800 lashes and 800 rocks and 800 years to change. You either gonna change or you're gonna not. See, I'm new school. I'm kind of take people for what they show you, how people move. Life is very short. I'm not about to spend the rest of my time wondering if you're going to change. And to that young lady, she's probably somewhere in the streets protesting deers who midgets who want to ride deers next to trees. Like people like that, they always have these weird causes that they want to take up. They always have this weird ideology about things, and they're so one with the universe and the social justice and all that shit. Shut up. Don't care anymore. It's over. So also, with that being said, I also have the new it was a young lady, and why am I even calling her a young lady? Carly Kingsley. I want you to come to the carpet, ma'am. I'm going to put up this tweet from Carly Kingsley, and I'm going to read it to y'all. It's where did it go? It went away. I'll read it. It says, "This is what I mean when I say it's shocking how little foresight these people have." I'm going to get to that in a second. The only thing they all accomplished was branding themselves forever as people willing to give up their identity for false promises and being too stupid to know it. And under that tweet, she has a picture of Ben Carson, Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, Mark Robinson, and other black conservative Republican representatives, Candace Owens, other black Americans that identify as Republican, conservative, or whatever the case may be. So that was her tweet. Let me read it again. She said, "This is what I mean when I say it's shocking how little foresight these people have." Carly, what do you mean by these people? See, this is the funny thing about these Mayo liberals. Say it with your chest. What do you mean these people? Do you mean black people that don't subscribe to democratic or liberal ideologies? So you're saying that we supposed to think a certain type of way because of our skin color. Is that what you're saying, Carly? Was branding themselves forever as people willing to give up their identity for false promises. How can you give up something that you're born with? And this is the thing. Black is a color. It's a skin. It's and everybody can be black these days. It's literally, I cannot give up me being black. Now you could go ahead with your little black cards or whatever that shit, metaphorically speaking, all that bullshit. I'm not talking about that. How can I give up my quote unquote blackness? How can I give up my skin color? I can't. And you know why I can't? Because people like you, Carly, will never let me give that up if I was stupid enough to want to. You're always going to remind me that I'm black. You just did that. This is the thing with these Mayo liberals. You constantly reminding us that we are black, but in the same breath, you want to tell us that you're all inclusive, that you don't see color. But you definitely see color because you think that all black people are supposed to think a certain type of way. So which one is it? Which one is it? And let me ask you this also, Carly. By the way, who's let me give you Carly's bio. Not your mama. Hashtag Martha Stewart. Politics, writing, legal, tech, recovering chef I love. 76,000 followers. You got the nerve with that profile to talk about Ben Carson. I'm not even going to shout out his accomplishments. You should know by now who Ben Carson is. Tim Scott, Byron Donalds, Candace Owens. You got the nerve with that funky little bio you got. And I meant what I said when I said I will be damned when I let a white woman with a Superman chin and those accomplishments define who the hell I am. And you know what's worse? You know what's worse about that situation? When you have other black people that are high-fiving that fuckery because they quote unquote have a white ally going at their own people, that is weird to me. That is weird behavior. Y'all are so quick to say that black Republicans and black conservatives have this affinity or this wanting to have a proximity to whiteness. That's our downfall. But yet you're cheering a white woman who is talking about the blackness of a black person. That's why I tell you that whole side is just you're just rolling contradictions. That's proximity to whiteness. You're literally cheering somebody outside the club to make fun of somebody inside the club. So let me tell you this. If you was to ever wake up and be like, you know what? I kind of like what the other side is saying. You're now going to be in one of her tweets because you're not doing what you were supposed to do as a black person. Make it make sense. Carly Kingsley, you are just another example of why nobody likes mayo. Nobody likes mayonnaise. Because if it fucks up shit, it doesn't fuck up everything. That's the perfect analogy to mayo. Mayo is needed for some things, but some things mayo just fucks it up. Certain sandwiches, mayonnaise fucks it up. Certain recipes, mayonnaise fucks it up. Certain dishes, mayonnaise fucks it up. Some dishes, mayonnaise are great, perfect, needed, wanted, accepted. You're the bad mayo. You're the mayo on a burger that's been heated up in the microwave. That's not good. It will fuck you up. I can attest to this. Heating mayonnaise is not good. That's what the Carly Kingsleys of the world, that's who you are. You're heated mayonnaise. You're Miracle Whip. You're an abomination. And I noticed you didn't answer my repost, my retweet. I quote tweeted you. You didn't answer. You know why? Because I'm thinking in your heart of hearts, you're like, I'm not going to win this battle. I'm not going to win this battle. Because you know why? When you start having that conversation about what black people are supposed to do, you start saying some really fucked up shit. And it ain't no coming back from that. So you tweeted what you tweeted and you let it lie. So there it is. Mayo, some mayo good, some mayo bad. I don't know what else to tell you. We'll be back after this next message.
Probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
All right, it's time to get into sports, y'all. Donald Trump has picked his next selection for the Secretary of the Department of Education. Take a look. I think y'all gonna like who he picked. For those who don't know, that was Jalen Hurts getting drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles about 4 years ago. So the reason why I said that was because Jalen Hurts was just on Good Morning America, where he was pushing for his charity, his initiative, his philanthropy on making sure that Philadelphia schools have resources. And by resources, one of the main resources was air conditioners. That's a big thing in Philadelphia, air conditioners, heating, and things of that nature. So he was doing that. And then somebody took their opportunity to make it all about other stuff. And one of the things I spoke about was, I said, you should not have to depend on Jalen Hurts or any other celebrity to put heating and air inside your schools. That's what the Board of Education is for. Excuse me. That is what the government is for. But you know what? Protect the Board of Education. And then, of course, I get all people saying, listen, if you can't put air conditioners in the schools, what are you there for? What is the goal? What is the purpose of the Board of Education? What is the purpose of the Board of Education? What is it? Just a simple, again, just a simple Google. They are supposed to uplift, make sure children are learning, growing, and improving in basic skills to become productive members of academia. If you're cold, if you're hot, if you're hungry, if you're not eating, how the hell are you learning? Again, what is the purpose of the Board of Education? And this isn't a bash the Board of Education. This is what I need people to understand. Kids are reading at a lower level. Kids are not being prepared properly. Something has to change. Why are we dependent on an athlete to put air conditioners in the school? What are you paying people for? That is what your mayors is for. That's what your county elected officials are for. That's what your Board of Education officials are for. There should be not one school with no air conditioner. You got teachers coming out their own pockets to make sure schools are well stocked and well supplied. Schools are sending lists for kids. Hey, if you can you bring paper towels? Can you bring markers? Can you bring this? Can you bring that? No, absolutely not. And shout out to Jalen Hurts for doing what he's doing. But I honestly feel like he shouldn't have to do that. You know who should have been on Good Morning America? The Philadelphia officials. They should have been on Good Morning America saying, we just put new air conditioners in all our schools, and we're making sure our kids are we're making sure they get on above reading level, and we're making sure that no, you got Jalen Hurts up there. Like y'all, it's like the math isn't math, and the safety blankets, the people that you think are doing good for you, that's not it. They're not it. Y'all are comfortable with the Board of Education because that's what y'all have been told that you needed. The Board of Education was established in 1980. And since 1980, a lot of people have retired with six-figure pensions and all that stuff, and a lot of the kids have been left behind. A lot of the schools are in worse shape than they've ever been before. So what are these people with the EDs, the PhDs, the EBAs, and the MSAs and the MSNBCs, what are they doing to improve our schools? Now, I hear what I hear y'all already. Well, it's easy for people when you come from privilege and you get to go to a private school, blah, blah, blah. No, ma'am. Public school all my life. No, ma'am, no ham, no sir, no burr. Public schools all my life. Went to public schools, went to college, got a bachelor's, got a master's, and now I'm in graduate school, about to graduate with a doctorate. Is this another pick yourself up out of a bootstrap thing where I don't have that? You have the opportunity. You all have it. Some of us don't have as immediate access as others, but the access and the opportunities are there. Everything is not easy, but it's easy for some other people. So what? That makes it all the much sweeter when you do achieve what it is that you set out to do. I mean, what happened to man? This was hard, but I came out on the other side. It feels good. It feels great. It's been replaced with, well, Johnny's black or Cindy's a pronoun or whatever, so they're going to get 10 extra credit points because they're going to have it harder than everybody else. And then when Johnny and Cindy get in a position to where they really have to show that they belong, they don't belong. Why? Because they've been passed along all the time based on not their strengths, not their academic achievements, but because of who they are, who they identify as. Listen, education ain't easy. It's not. But everybody has the opportunity to do it. And no, you don't have to go to school either. I'm gonna stand behind that when I say that when they took trades out of the schools, that's when stuff, you know why they took trades out of the school? Because people stopped going to colleges. People stopped going for higher educations. And they was like, well, I can do heating and air. I could be a plumber. I could be a mechanic. I can open up my own business. I could be seamstress. I could do this. I could do that. I could be a tailor. I could do pick a trade, wood shop, pick a trade. I don't have to get a 4-year degree. So schools was like, well, wait a minute. We're not getting money, blah, blah, blah. That's why now you have so many specializations now in the colleges. Hey, you could come to our school and you can get a degree in architecture and specialize in wood shop. Why am I going to do that extra 4 years to get into debt when I could just get these certifications outside of here and going about my business. But I got my tinfoil hat on. I'm being a conspiracist, real time, Prince. Like, what are you doing? You got an education, blah, blah. You're damn right I do. But you know what I also noticed a long time ago? Education is expensive. So what did my black ass do? I went to the military. I said, Uncle Sam, I'm going to fight for you. Just make sure you take care of me. And Uncle Sam has done that. Education is paid for. Do it. Do whatever you need to do to get by, but stop depending on people in a big building with letters behind their name to do for you and do for your children. Nobody's going to be a bigger advocate for your children than you are. Not Jalen Hurts, not the Board of Education, not Mrs. Sydney, the 7th grade science teacher. Nobody. You advocate for your children. I know everybody can't move out of the public school system. Everybody can't put their kids in private school. Everybody cannot freaking move or do all that stuff. But you know what you can do? You can make sure your kids do their homework on time. You can make sure that if your kids need resources and need help, or if they're behind on their studies, you can get help for them. That's what you can do. Not just let's call a spade a spade. A lot of you look at school now as free daycare. Y'all know from 7 to 3, and sometimes extended if it's like after school programs, you don't have to deal with your children. You could go to work, you could do whatever, and know that your children is somewhere for 8 to 10 hours. Let's call a spade a spade. Long gone is when you would come home and your parents would be like, let me see your homework. Let me see your binder. Let me see your planner. What do you have coming up? What projects you have coming up? That's why the Board of Education is so sweet to a lot of y'all. No, y'all know it. No Board of Education, no extended programs. School maybe might get a little harder. Because let me tell you something. If a lot of schools were able to govern themselves, oh boy, a lot of you parents will be in trouble. Because a lot of that free ride shit and that no kid left behind and we just gonna pass them because we don't want them to feel bad, that shit will be over. Because schools will have better standards. And your kids and you as a parent will have to rise to those standards versus the schools having to lower their standards for you and your child. I'm just gonna leave it at that. We'll be back after this next message.
AJ'sRantRoom.com. We got the best bags and accessories, our beloved Black Series. We got fresh lids for you hat lovers, fire jackets and hoodies, and of course we got you covered on the t-shirts. And introducing our first shoe line, Aloysius Germain. So get on over to AJ'sRantRoom.com today and get to shopping. You won't be disappointed.
All right, it's time for entertainment. AJ, you're in the chat. You know what I need to hear, talking entertainment. Okay, so you'll be playing basketball in Pelican Bay? Y'all don't know, that's a reference to Training Day for Denzel Washington, who has been in the news lately because he is headlining the Gladiator 2 sequel that is about to be released into theaters this Friday. I'm going to see that. He's been making the rounds doing publicity interviews with everybody from big media outlets to up-and-coming podcasters and blog platforms. Recently, Denzel Washington went viral for admitting he kissed a man in the Gladiator sequel, but it was ultimately cut from the film. Of course, this caused a stir because Denzel has always been above reproach with his morals and Christian's faith. Take a listen.
Your character makes a few remarks throughout the film about having a relationship with other men in the film. So I wanted to ask, how gay is the Roman Empire?
The entire empire, or I actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken.
I was going to ask because I just heard about the Paul and Pedro forehead kiss that apparently got cut from the movie.
I'm not sure about that one, but yeah, I kissed the guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that yet.
Listen, AJ would tell you there are two people I hold in high regard when it comes to you can't tell me shit about them at all. One is Michael Jackson and the other is Denzel Washington. I feel like if anything ever remotely came out about Denzel Washington and the lovely Miss Pauletta Washington, I will be heartbroken. Like I will go into a dark room because I just believe that this man has always done. He's always said the right things, done the right thing, just the way he cares about, the way he talks about his family, the way he talks about his wife, the way he talks about his struggles and how they pulled each other up and how he came from, how she lifted him when he needed to be lifted. It was just all about Denzel. But this isn't about Denzel because I don't care about that because that is his craft. That's what he does. And he's, in my eyes, he's the best actor to ever walk this earth. That's me. I don't give a shit what you think, but that's Denzel Washington. My problem is, what the fuck kind of interview was that? How gay was the Roman Empire? There go these fucking identifiers again. You have Denzel Hold on. Prince, you relax, because you know what you're about to say. Chill out. Okay. You had Denzel Washington. You had a chance to interview Denzel Washington, and you asked him how gay was the Roman Empire. How gay was the Roman Empire? You asked him about a forehead kiss between Pedro and the Mint Mescal. Why? 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 How gay was the Roman Empire? I got Denzel Washington in front of me in Gladiator 2, directed by Ridley Scott. No, I mean, originally directed by Ridley Scott, but a part of his brain trust. And I asked him how gay was the Roman Empire. And Denzel being the gracious man, the spiritual man, one of the most secure men I've ever known. He answered your question. He leaned in because he wanted to make sure, like, how the whole Roman Empire? And then he said what his part of the film was, and it ultimately got cut. I guess Denzel was like, I'm gonna get in front of it because if it leaks, whatever, people won't say I was trying to hide it. Again, this isn't about Denzel because to me, Denzel, he's persona non grata. Yeah, that's Denzel Washington. It's more of this thing to make sure everything has a label. Everything is a part of something, a community or something, whether it be black, gay, straight, Mexican, crooked, LBC, LBS, ABS, ABC, BBD, STD. I don't know. It's a movie about the Roman Empire where they're killing people, they're beheading lions. Excuse me, they're beheading each other. Hey, Denzel, are y'all slapping dicks in this movie? Prince, would you have had a problem if they would have asked, is there any straight scenes in this movie? That's not what she asked. And yes, I would have a problem with it because it's a movie. Why are you asked? AJ, I'm trying. You know what I want to say, AJ. You know what I want to say. I am so trying. She literally had an icon, a legend, the greatest actor of this generation, maybe any other generation, and she asked him how gay was the Roman Empire. Oh my God. I wanna be able to do episode 102. So Denzel, I will be to see. I have two rules in life. Always put God first and always see anything that has Denzel Washington in it. Yeah, that's just my two rules. Denzel, you better than me, homie. I appreciate you. We'll be back after this next message.
Probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
I love it. That's if y'all don't know who that voice was, that was Inked who was reading that. I always told her she should do audiobooks or those chat lines. Let me stop before she kill me. All right, y'all know what time it is. Nene, help me out, baby.
I said what I said.
All right, everybody. Thank you, Nene. It's time for I Said What I Said. You know what that means. That's when I play something and I say what I said and I stand on it. What the women say, period. It's nothing comes after period, right? So I said what I said. Bad single bitches. To all my BSBs, stand up. Hey. You do that. You be single, girl. You don't need nobody, girl. Why are the loud and proud boss bitches single? Maybe because women have developed main character syndrome when their natural place has always been support. Take a listen.
Here are 5 things men wish women would understand. I've done some research. Let's get into it. Number 1, men want to feel desired and appreciated too. It's not just all about you. Number 2, men crave to be respected more so than their desire to be loved. Number 3, men are visual creatures. Attraction usually comes first with guys. Then the rest of the package is taken into account. That's why, ladies, it's important to keep yourself up. Give them something to look at. Number 4, men sometimes desire personal space, alone time to recharge, play their video game, hang with their boys, scroll mindlessly on their phone. They just need that space. Don't take it personal. Number 5, men communicate differently than women. So if your expectation is for your man to communicate like you, your expectation is unrealistic.
All right, y'all heard that, pick me. That's what y'all want to say, right? I know y'all women out there, y'all want to call her pick me. Y'all want to say, stop. Now, I want to go at these one by one. So I don't want to miss anything. Let's start with the first one.
Here are 5 things men wish women would understand. I've done some research. Let's get into it. Number 1, men want to feel desired and appreciated too.
Men want to be desired and appreciated too. Women do not understand that. I think at the level they think they should. It's nothing wrong with you once in a while slapping your man on the ass, be like, you look good today. Like that beard is glistening. Like that beard look dry. You want me to add some moisture to it? You want me to do the double screen?
It's not just all about you. Number 2,
Hold on.
men crave to be respected.
There we go. All right. So the first one, like I said, where she said men want to be desired too. We do. I know I do. What now, hold on. My wife, make sure to know that I'm desired and all that stuff. But women got this thing to where you always want to get chased and stuff like that. Let me tell you something. When men get turned down, or when men feel like they're always doing the chase and they're always bigging you up and they're always letting you know that you're the sexiest thing on earth, sometimes men want to feel like that too. Sometimes men want to know that ain't no other woman gonna get a chance to experience what I experience. That is a fact. I know I enjoy that. I enjoy sometimes when my wife be like, don't make me pull up. Like, I enjoy when my wife tells me sometimes I look good. She be like, you lost some more weight or something like that or something. Make it fun, make it desirable. Because men got enough around here. We're always looked at as predators. We're always looked at as aggressive and all this stuff. So you know what? You be aggressive. You be the aggressor. Let's play the second one.
Respected more so than their desire to be loved. Number 3, men are.
Hold on. The second one was men want to be respected more than loved. I gotta kind of agree with that. It's just something about being respected that I feel like everything else will fall into place. Like if somebody loves you, they respect you. If somebody respects you, they love you. I know it's different levels to it, but just think about it. My wife respects me, and she also loves the hell out of me. But most of all, she respects me enough to know that it's just certain things that I won't tolerate and certain things that would just drive me up a wall. There's a big building. Y'all, here go this big building. There's a big building with a lot of barbed wires and stuff around it that's filled with people who were disrespected or felt they were disrespected or disrespected others. It's called jail. That's why respect is very, very, very important to a man. That's why when you're out here with your ass cheeks half out or you're being loud and uncouth and your man has to clean shit up, you're not respecting your man. You're not respecting the boundaries in which he not only set up for himself, but for you when we're out and about. Because think about it, when we're with you, we got to protect you. We have to protect others. So keep that in mind. Respect is very important. Next one.
Are visual creatures. Attraction usually comes first with guys. Then the rest of the package is taken into account. That's why, ladies, it's important to keep yourself up. Give them something to look at. Number 4.
All right. Men are visual creatures. So the fact when women get upset, like, why are you looking at her? Men are visual creatures. And did you hear the second part the young lady said? She said, then after that, everything else comes into play. That's the part where women forget. A woman can be cute, a woman can be pretty, a woman can be beautiful. But she ain't you. She don't have the things that you have. The reason why I chose to be with you, the reason why I chose to give my life to you and to be married to you. It's just as simple as that. She could be beautiful. She could have all the BBLs, all the everything else in the world. But she hasn't been with me when I've been low. She hasn't been with me when I've been high. She hasn't been with me through all the trials and tribulations. She's not you. She doesn't smile like you. She doesn't laugh like you. She doesn't bring warmth to my heart like you. She isn't caring like you. She isn't responsible like you. I didn't watch her bear our children like I watched you. So all that stuff matters. Then just because a woman is cute don't mean she's for you. Good to look at, but ain't good to wife up. And keeping yourself up. Now, I don't body shame here. I'm a BBW friendly channel. But there's ways that you can make sure that you are good to go. All right. Walking around in bonnets all day, walking around in curlers all day, being dirty, hygiene off, not looking good when you step out with your man, not looking good when you step out for yourself, because you are an extension of your man. I know women don't want to hear that. I get dressed for me. Bullshit. And if you and if you and your man are tight, you could be like, hey, baby, like, look, you doing that jump up when you put on your jeans. You know that. Hey, what's going on? Do I need to pull back, like bringing you random food home, bringing you home snacks, bringing you home cookies and stuff like that? Because that's my love language. But I know I can also be an enabler sometimes. So sometimes, I watch what I do. So let's move on to the next one.
Men sometimes desire personal space, alone time to recharge, play their video game, hang with their boys, scroll mindlessly on their phone. They just need that space. Don't take it personal.
I can't stress this one enough. How many videos have y'all seen on social media where the woman is quote unquote joking? She's upset because she hear the PlayStation come on, or her man's been playing the PlayStation, or he's going out with the boys or something like that. Like men need their listen, men, it'd be a lot of stuff that's going on, and sometimes men just want to, we just want to aimlessly just not think about anything. And that happens during video games, going out with the boys, or playing whatever your hobby is. And don't take that personal, because we need that space. Because guess what? What's the first thing y'all will say if we yell at you, we do something? Did something happen today? Why are you taking it out on me? Well, I wouldn't take it out on you if you wouldn't give me shit when I want to play video games, or I just want to go up to the room and watch TV, or I want to go out with the boys and vent to them about something. It doesn't mean that it's something I can't tell you. Sometimes a man needs to figure out shit for himself first before he even brings it to you. Because as women, and I'm going to get it, that's going to be another one of my segments later. Women, y'all poking pride, and y'all be going too deep into it and making it into something it doesn't need to be. So let men get their space. Come on, don't take it personal, Monica. All right, last one.
5. Men communicate differently than women. So if your expectation is for your man to communicate like you, your expectation is unrealistic.
Boom. Men, listen, I want a man that knows how to communicate. Let me tell y'all something, ladies. We don't. I'm sorry, but listen, like it's but you could go out, you could tell your boys everything. What do you think men talk about when we're with each other? We talk about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, sneakers, food, like men, and this is gonna be the perfect lead into my last segment. Men we're simple creatures. Hey, baby, what's wrong? I feel like this. I feel like I'm upset because you didn't get me flowers, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I will get you flowers next time. No, but it's not the point of getting me flowers next time. I want you to want to give me flowers. This is why we don't communicate. Because men are, okay, you presented a problem to me, I'm going to fix it. Women are, I know, I want the reasoning behind you fixing it. I want you to know why I need you to fix it. And I want you to then invent a time machine, go back in time so you can't fuck up, so we can't be having this conversation right now. Ladies, this mythical human being, this mythical man of just do everything right and the communication is on par, he doesn't exist. Communication is all about in my opinion, communication is all about the dialogue and is you coming to a congruent resolution. So guess what? If that communication is leading towards more people being more upset, being more torn apart, guess what men are going to do? They're going to calculate that and they're going to be like, I'm going to pull back. No. Let's not keep talking about this, because you're getting more upset and then I'm getting more upset, because naturally I just want to know that whenever you're upset and whenever something's wrong, you communicate something to me. I can fix it. Your communication is you're not communicating to me like I want you to communicate like me, which is never going to happen. It's never. We can literally read what you would say to us verbatim, and you will not like that. It is what it is. All right. We'll be back after our next message.
Wondering what's going on? Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
All right. Hey, Dame, help me out, Dame.
Pause. Knows he can have it. Pause. You see what I do when I got the rock. Pause.
Let me just put this in real quick.
This is Danny, by the way.
All right, y'all. It's time for y'all pause when I find suspect clips and we break them down. Our first clip, like, how okay. Did y'all ever have to do stuff to get what you want? Take a listen.
And a big opportunity for you in Hollywood. You must have had to beat off a lot of American men to get this part. Why does that make you giggle? Did you not have to beat them off?
You actually, to get the role, there was quite a few men up for the role as well.
There were. And compose yourself.
Oh, you know what's bad about this is the two men immediately knew, like, girl, what did you just did you have to beat off a lot of American men? And then she asked it again, and then she in her mind she realized I may have said something pause worthy, and then she said, with the big stick, you made it worse. Did you have to beat off a lot of American men to get this part? Well, damn, I hope it was the role of a lifetime to beat off a lot of American men. Like why would you ask? Why would you phrase it? Hey, was it a lot of competition for the role? How did you manage to get the role finally? Did you beat off American men? I mean, you had to beat off a lot of American men with a big stick. And this is how men, ladies, this is how men communicate. We knew, the two men knew. He was like, okay, let me save her. So yes, it was a hard role. Like she was like, why did it make you giggle? Compose yourself. How you want me to compose yourself? You just told all of America, wherever that show was based on, that I beat off American men. I beat off American men. You know what? We had an extra one today where who says women don't belong in sports? Take a listen.
That's going to be tough for the Ukrainian. How do you respond to deep, hard balls?
Yeah, you've got to really try to stay nice and low.
I'm gonna play it again. This one made me laugh more than the first one.
That's going to be tough for the Ukrainian. How do you respond to deep, hard balls?
Yeah, you've got to really try to stay nice and low.
First of all, shout out to those women. Who says women can't be fun? The fact that she laughed missing because how do you beat deep, hard balls? Oh God, that's a good one. Oh my God. If y'all hear any background noise, the cleaners are here. We're gonna have a lot of Thanksgiving going on, so they're here to clean the house and get it ready. Yes, I'm from privilege. Ha 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 ha. How do you handle deep, hard balls? All right, we'll be back. Hey yo, this is crazy.
Probably wondering what's going on. Well, I'm here to tell you. It's me, Inked, and I need you guys to head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. Yes, that's right. Trifecta merch is here. It is here for our Trifecta family to show their love and support and advertise for free. Well, not technically for free. You did pay for it. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Head on over to ajsrantroom.com and pick up your Trifecta merch. We're all inclusive. If Prince can wear it, so can you. Have a good one.
Yes. We're at the final. We're at the final video. Before I go, yes, my housekeeper is here. She's going to take care of us. She does well. She's been with us. How long? 2000. I want to say 7 years. It's a long time. She's been with us through 2 houses. That's how good she is. So, shout out to everybody out there that does all the hard work that I can't do. Appreciate her so much. Her name is Miriam. She's phenomenal. She's great. Our next one is, do men friendships last longer than women's friendships? I want to say maybe so. Take a listen.
A lot of men don't know how to have good conversations. I'm not trying to.
No, it's this is all fair. They don't ask follow-up questions.
Yeah, but they don't do that with each other. I feel like that's why men aren't good friends to each other, because they mostly talk and comment, but they don't prod and poke. And
my husband will be like, "Oh, they're moving to New Mexico." I'm like, "Why are they moving?" I don't know. I'm like,
I didn't like
a huge life change. Like, did you ask any follow-up?
Pisses me off. Like, literally, I was talking to somebody who was talking about like his friend's marriage just fell apart, and I was like, "Oh man, why was it like was it another woman? Was it?" He was like, "Oh, I didn't ask all that," but he was really sad, and I'm like, "What the fuck? You didn't ask anything. His marriage fell apart, and you didn't ask any questions. That's crazy." And I can't imagine that. Like, I would be at my friend's house, like, like the shoulder crying, like all those things.
I would have all the details.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you watch Love is Blind at all?
Girl, this is the last season I will ever watch again in my life. I'm sick.
I have a theory about Love is Blind. My theory is that men fall in love on this show so quickly because they're talking for the first time in their life and listening. And it's like, I feel so close to this person. I'm like, welcome to conversation.
But I'm like, men fall in love when they're just talking, and they think that it is the best conversation ever. They're like, "Oh man, it's so good talking to you," because you didn't ask me any questions and you're just talking about yourself. That's what's crazy.
First of all, I love Black women. Issa Rae, just chef's kiss. But then here's the big but. Here's the big but. Snap out of it. That's why men are simple. Why don't you poke it pride? You know what's funny? The trifecta, me, Keisha, and AJ. Like, sometimes, like, AJ will say something or I'll say something, and Keisha will be like, "But why this? Why that? Why blah 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 blah?" And me and AJ will be silent, or we won't push or prod, or if we need to ask a question, we'll ask a question. That's because what needs to be said will be said. Men give you what they want you to know. Period. Women start poking and prodding and want you to lay on the table, lay on the couch, and give a dissertation, start talking about your childhood and all that stuff. And sometimes it just goes places it doesn't need to go, and it makes mountains out of molehills. Now, it was a little extreme. If AJ was to tell me, or one of my male best friends was to tell me they're about to up and move, I'm not going to be like, "Okay, see you when I see you," because that's big. And for the most part, if a man is moving and he wants you to know why he's moving, honestly, he's going to volunteer that information. He's just going to say it. "Hey man, I got this new job opportunity. I'm out. Hey man, I owe money to the mob. I'm out." Like they're going to add that. You know what I'm saying? Or like AJ just said, or don't ask follow-up questions, just talk. Men are naturally going to talk, and it's going to, the longer we talk, we're going to let you know. We're going to tell you. See, women, when you start poking and prying and pushing, that's why men get frustrated, because we like, yo, I just wanted to tell you this part. Like, don't ask me all that extra stuff. She said she would have went over there, been crying on her shoulder, asking her why she ain't going nowhere. Men are not doing all that. We got our own ways of doing things. Hey man, why you leaving? Hey, well, if you thought it out, like, what, did you think everything out? Well, and also it depends on who you're talking to. Some friends that if they are going to make a move, it was thought out, it was written down, they did their research, and it's boom. And then you got some friends that they do stuff on a whim. So yeah, you got to follow, like, hey man, I'm about to go marry this girl. Hold on, pause, chill out, wait. And then we start going through it. So men know their friends, so we know who we need to pick and pry and who we don't. And we also know a real friend ain't gonna just be like, hey man, I'm moving tomorrow, so see you when I see you. Men are just simple. Like, we just don't need to do all that. But women, what y'all also do very well? All that talking and sharing all your deep, intimate secrets. Guess what's the first thing that come out your mouth when y'all are upset with each other? Well, that's why this. Well, I see why this. Facebook, long dissertation about all your business. Men, we don't play that. We be like, hey, yo, hey, whatever happened to you and so and so? Man, we just don't fuck with each other no more. Boom. People have tried to ask us, like, why we don't talk to certain people, stuff like that. We be like, you would never know, because we don't. What's the purpose of bringing you in on why we're not speaking? You ain't gonna do nothing but make shit more complicated. It ain't about hiding nothing. It ain't about not being genuine or nothing like that. It's just what men do. We gotta go back to a space where men do what men do and women do what women do. Men don't do all that tiggity talk, chat, gossip, and all that bullshit. We just don't do it. Women, y'all have at it. Men don't paint their nails. Women do. You have at it. It's just certain things that men are conditioned to do that we just do, and women are conditioned to do things that they just do. But this whole thing about always trying to make men into these unemotional, unbearable, curmudgeon, Cro-Magnon men, it's so played out. Because I will have you know that men, I can make a case that men are more emotionally intelligent than most women these days. And all these panels where these men and women sit up on a panel and they have these conversations, who is always the one that's talking soft, low tone, and asking follow-up questions to make sure he has the whole picture? It's the men. Who is loud, who is neck snapping, who is screaming, who is asking you your pronouns and who you identify as, because I don't want to disrespect you and all that stuff. Who's doing that? It's the women. Men just ask the question. I don't know any man that be like, before we talk, first of all, I want to make sure I know what you identify as, because I don't want to disrespect you. We see a man, we going to ask a man a question. We see a woman, we going to ask a woman a question. We're not going to be like, hey, man, when did you transition, or do you identify as a Colorado midget mountain man? Because I don't want to disrespect Colorado midget mountain men. We just don't do it. So stop this. And you know what else men don't do? We don't sit around on a podcast and say, why don't women talk to each other and ask questions to each other? Men don't do that. If you see men podcasts, most of our podcasts are what? Sports, video games, sneaker culture, movies. Because we're simple. But when a man does open up himself, be prepared. Because that means that he trusts you and he's ready. You just got to be ready for it. Now, I'm not saying be with somebody that's emotionally empty and never's opening up, but 9 out of 10, you know the game when you got into the game. And that I'm gonna leave it at that. So thank you everybody for joining Real Time with Prince Blue. I appreciate you. And for those who came here thinking that they was gonna get memes of the week, that's the wrong show, Brian. Even though I know you're playing. But I appreciate everybody, man. Thank you for coming. Please remember, all the information, the socials are right here. Real Prince Blue on all the socials except X is Real Prince Blue 3 because X still ain't giving me my my old account back. I'm appealing like every week. I'm doing an appeal. It's funny, y'all got pedophiles and everybody else on this app was able to get their damn account back, but I can't get my account back for parody because I changed my profile picture to somebody else. Weird. But again, thank you everybody. I appreciate y'all. And oh, this is probably, oh hell yeah, I ain't doing no Thanksgiving episode. So y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. Listen, don't drink around your family if y'all gonna start telling truths and you can't handle your liquor. Don't. I hate to see another Thanksgiving wasted because people drink and start bringing up old shit. Get a therapist. Get on the couch. So everybody, please have a blessed and happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your food, and I will see y'all the week after that for Real Time with Prince Blue. So episode 102 is on the way. I appreciate everybody. As always, thanks for watching.
Real time, yeah.